Hey there everybody, I'm Jack and this is From Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Man, it is a gray, dreary, rainy Saturday here in my world, getting ready to watch some college football here in just a little bit. I'm laughing just a little bit. As I was getting ready to do this video, I'm looking all around. I'm looking all over my background. Have I gotten rid of all the distractions? Worked for this guy doing some social media stuff a few years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago. And I always giggle because he just beat it into my head. Always check your background. Have a distraction-free background. And I've learned that on this channel because if I have one little something in my background, people's eyes start going. It gets kind of creepy with me, man. People have creeped my background before asking me like, hey, what's this little thing over there? And I'm like, why are you looking so closely? But anyhow, today I want to talk about some Taoist wisdom, living by your inner light. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you go down there and click and hit that subscribe button, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I haven't read from this one in a while. I've done a number of my Saturday readings from Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Living the Wisdom of the Tao. Change your thoughts, change your life. I don't remember when I was sharing these earlier in the year. Time gets away from me, but I actually found one this morning as I was reading a little bit that just jumped out at me, and I thought that's what I want to share today. This is from the 27th verse of the Tao. A knower of the truth travels without leaving a trace, speaks without causing harm, gives without keeping an account. The door he shuts, having no lock, cannot be opened. The knot he ties, though using no cord, cannot be undone. Be wise and help all beings impartially, abandoning none. Waste no opportunities. This is called following the light. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? If the teacher is not respected and the student not cared for, confusion will arise, however clever one is. That is the great secret. For just a moment, imagine your most valuable possessions, including a large cache of money on a table in your bedroom and in full view of anyone who might come in. Now further imagine that your pile of precious jewelry, cash, and important documents is completely safe, that there's no need for insurance and no one could ever possibly steal your treasure. Is this state of complete trust possible? I think so. Especially since it's encouraged in this 27th verse of the Tao Te Ching. The door, though having no lock, cannot be opened. The knower of the truth lives by an inner light. This illumination shines on the fact that stealing isn't the way of truth, so it's unnecessary to lock anything up. Possessions are safe among those who live by an inner light, which reflects the perfection of the Tao. It's the source you're encouraged to always carry with you and to consult when you feel the need for assistance or direction. Lao Tzu advises you to give without keeping an account or expecting something in return, for this is the nature of the Tao, and you are of the Tao. Giving is synonymous with receiving when you live by this illumination. Trust the inner light to guide you, for it is your heritage. Your origin is more from the Tao than from your parents, culture, or country. It is also important that you live more spontaneously. You don't need to neatly wrap up each detail of your life. Understand this, and you can travel without being attached to a plan that covers every possible scenario. Your inner light is more trustworthy than any guidebook, and it will point you in the direction that's most beneficial to you and everyone you encounter. When you develop a trust in the Tao, you'll change the way you look at life. You'll marvel at the brilliance and clarity of what you begin to see. Fear, anxiety, stress, and unrest will simply become facets of yourself seen in the glow of the Tao, like candles marking your way and helping you love everyone as a piece of yourself. Lao Tzu advises you to be wise and help all beings impartially, and abandoning none. That is, you don't need anyone else's rules in order to reach out to others. Giving of yourself becomes your natural response because you're following the inner light of the Tao. You and giving are one. You and receiving are one. In such an arrangement, there is no one who is not you. The most revealing lines of this verse remind you that a good man is but a bad man's teacher, and a bad man is but a good man's job. This is an extremely empowering way to see life and eliminate stress and anger. If you perceive yourself to be a good person, then those whom you call bad, including convicted felons or enemies on the other side of the world, are your job. Try on the view that you're here to teach yourself and others in some way, and that the work is to raise the collective energy of our entire universe. Cultivate your awareness of the inner light that's within all. Be the Tao. Virtually every translation of the Tao Te Ching I've examined refers to all of us being one, and all of us needing to be there for each other. The great secret is this: waste no opportunity, abandon no one, respect teachers, and care for the student. 2,500 years later, the Tao remains elusive to most of us because it's so infrequently practiced. Nevertheless, it must be instilled within us if we're to ever truly walk in the luminosity of the Great Way. Become a knower of the truth, as Lao Tzu advises, by forgetting the locks, chains, maps, and plans. Travel without leaving a trace. Trust in the goodness that is the root of all. And rather than curse the darkness that seems so rampant, reach out with that inner light and let it shine on those who aren't seeing their own legacy in the Tao. From his ancient spiritual throne, Lao Tzu is telling you to practice in these new ways. Trust in yourself. Develop an inner code of conduct that's based exclusively on your irreversible connection to the Tao. When you trust this wisdom that created you, you're trusting yourself. Know that nothing could ever dissuade you from your internal code of honesty, and live by this standard. If you encounter an easy opportunity to cheat, perhaps because you've been handed too much change by a hurried cashier, make the decision to be down to the penny honest. Furthermore, have faith in yourself to go on a trip with a minimal amount of planning. Allow yourself to trust in the energy of the Tao to guide you, rather than relying upon fixed plans arranged by someone else. Don't judge yourself or others. Don't criticize the behavior or appearance of those you've assessed to be bad people. Instead, switch your thoughts to something along these lines. I am my own student and have this opportunity to learn that I'm instructing rather than judging. I will now cease critiquing myself or any other and teach by being the Tao. If the entire world of the 10,000 things knew the simple truth that we are all one, then in my opinion, war, hostilities, confusion, and even illness would cease to exist. Why not be one individual who chooses to respect yourself and all others as teachers and as students? When you see the world as full of opportunities to help, one thought and one action at a time, you'll be living by your inner light. The great Sufi poet Hafiz speaks of this in his poem, No More Leaving. At some point, your relationship with God will become like this. Next time you meet him in the forest or on a crowded city street, there won't be any more leaving, that is. God will climb into your pocket. You will simply just take yourself along. Good one there. I really enjoyed that one. I don't think I even read, I know I didn't do a video with it, but I don't even think I've read that particular one before. Like I mentioned, I tend to jump around in this book quite a bit. And there's one part in there when he talked about give without keeping an account or expecting something in return. I was thinking about this earlier this morning because, and not to knock the person, I don't even know who it was I'm seeing that was doing this, but somebody had done something for some people, you know, a kind gesture, fed some people, did something to make somebody else's life better. And I thought about it. Everybody's talking about, oh, you're so good, you're such a kind person. Like putting this person up on a pedestal. Now, once again, I'm not knocking the person, but the thought that I came from that is we're so impressed by that because it's so foreign to us when that should be our natural nature. You know, it's like we've lost this connection to the bigger connection, you know, instead of just there's our family, but then there's our family. And, you know, that's what I think our purpose is to be, is what these people are doing. that we make such a big case out of. That's what we're supposed to be doing every day, taking care of each other, loving each other, making sure, we bring the weak along in our society. The weakest link. We don't leave anybody behind. But we're not living. In general, the world doesn't quite live by that. So anyhow, I just wanted to share that little bit of thought there. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Peace.